And the Wisconsin chapter of Alzheimer's Association held a fundraiser in Rhinelander on Saturday to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's this fall. It also aimed to raise awareness for not just the disease itself, but also for the caregivers who often get left behind in the fight against Alzheimer's. Newswatch 12's Jake Force attended the fundraiser and has more.
There is no question, but being an Alzheimer's caregiver is one of the toughest jobs in the world. We've got to find a cure, but we also have to help caregivers.
Former Wisconsin Governor Marty Schreiber was at the Pines Event Center in Rhinelander on Saturday to speak on behalf of those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers. Schreiber, who lost his wife Elaine to Alzheimer's in 2022, said that while the disease is of course devastating for those who have it, don't forget about the loved ones who care for them.
The hardest part is to see your loved one disappear a little bit at a time. The fact that as a caregiver you try and do your best, and because the disease is regressive, every day is a new day. And no matter how hard you try, it keeps on getting worse. And so there's the feeling of guilt because you think you're not doing it right.
Schreiber noted the striking statistic that 30% of caregivers die before the patient they are caring for, while some studies have that number even higher. He added that the downward spiral caregivers often find themselves in can get very dark very fast.
You work so hard and it doesn't do any good. So then you work harder. And sometimes you maybe get involved in drinking alcohol because that's your only relief, and then you don't sleep well, and it goes on, and all of a sudden, what a shame.
Schreiber also said that caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's can lead to anger problems, often stemming from trying to beat an unbeatable condition.
We think we can beat the disease. We can't beat the disease. We argue with the disease. We try and keep the person in our own world. And because we try and keep them in our own world, they become additionally confused, mixed up, additional anxiety, additional worry.
Julie St. Pierre works for the Wisconsin chapter of the Alzheimer's Association and noted the various resources that are available to patients and caregivers throughout the Northwoods, noting that support groups are often effective in building confidence for caregivers.
The support groups are really a safe place for people to talk about the disease, what's working, what's not working, maybe shed a few tears, sometimes share a few laughs.
Schreiber says the simplest thing you can do for someone dealing with Alzheimer's is to just be there for them, like you would for someone with any other disease. He added that he wants Alzheimer's to become what he calls a chicken casserole disease.
And I say that because if I have a heart recovery at home, people will bring me chicken casserole. If I fall and I break my hip, people will bring me chicken casserole. But because people are ignorant of Alzheimer's, they don't know what to do, so they stay away.
St. Pierre encouraged all supporters of the cause to donate to the Walk to End Alzheimer's, which will be held September 21st in Rhinelander and Wausau, all part of an effort to provide resources to patients and caregivers.
I want people to understand that the Alzheimer's Association is here in the community, that we're offering local programs and services, and if there are caregivers who need support, that they reach out to us as soon as possible.
In Rhinelander, I'm Jake Force, Newswatch 12.